Here we are, Friday, February 1st. Happy February, everyone. Here at the Nantucket High School pool for whalers, ladies and boys swimming and diving. A big thank you to all of our sponsors here on Geno 99 to start things off. Axe Screen and Window Repair, At a Glance Window Treatments, BPC Architecture, Brock Insurance, Congdon and Coleman Insurance, David Goodman Tile, Don Allen Ford, Fairgrounds Restaurant, Furry Friends of Nantucket, Harbor Fuel Oil Corporation, Humphreys Electric, and Choir and Mirror, Island Carpets, Island Lumber, Island Pharmacy, Island Variety, Joe Rapaki CPA, Cam Appliance, Killen Real Estate, Lindsay Incorporated, Matticat Marine, Martin Burke Painting, Nantucket Airlines, Nantucket Booster Club, the Nantucket Civic League, Nantucket Electric, Nantucket Insurance, Rick's Paint and Maintenance, Santos Rubbish Removal, the Sea Grill, and Sign Here. Remember, you can join our sponsors here on Geno 99 by calling 508-825-8817. For as little as $15 a week, you get your ad mentioned during games and also get your phone number and logo showing 24 hours a day in the top right corner of the channel. Again, that's only $15 a week, and you can feel good knowing you're helping to support whaler sports, bringing it to TV, online, and streaming live 24 hours a day from Geno 99. Again, that number is 508-825-8817.
Hi. You can talk. Jules, you can go ahead and say hi.
Hi, Paula. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Jules. How are you?
Not bad. Getting over a broken arm, unfortunately.
Oh, my gosh.
Silly things, but it's back in one piece thanks to a titanium plate.
Oh,
things are good.
It's great to see you and great to have you as the co-host in Dick Herman's shoes tonight. Well, we're about to see the final meet of the season for the Nantucket Whalers going against Sandwich High School. This meet was supposed to happen yesterday, but due to the inclement weather and winds, it's been postponed. They're also celebrating Senior Day. There's a lot of seniors. Captain Kara Garufi, Captain Miles Geddes, among some of the kids. This will be their final swim of their high school career in Nantucket, and hopefully they're going to go out with a win. The boys are coming off their win against Barnstable. I believe the girls lost, so this is going to be an exciting meet all the way around.
I got to do senior swim day when I was a senior. Of course, my brother Chris, us being twins, it was his senior year, so I came and kind of watched the festivities, and he had broken his ankle during a quote-unquote friendly soccer match, so he had to be pushed along the pool. He couldn't do a victory lap. He had to be pushed on a little floating pad.
Wow. Well, you know, today hopefully we're going to see something possibly just as exciting at the end. I know when they do the final swim, you do it to the song of your choice, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
You swim a final length. So, yeah, it'll be a bittersweet moment after having watched Bo and Kara swim through the Dolphins, the varsity program. It'll seem like a little bit of a new beginning in the pool, so to speak, after not having them around for so long. But right now we are getting ready for the first event of the day. Believe it or not, I bought these cheater glasses just now, and I bought a size that's 2 times too strong, so I can barely see. But we are going to be opening up with the 200 medley relay with the team of Snell, Francis Stedman, Kara Garufi, Sophie Davies in lane 3, Alex Shannon, Eliza Stedman, Isabella Day, Dakota Dragon in lane 1, Emily Gammons, Terraton, Kobe Moore, and Beth Malabes in lane 5. And this record has been broken not once but twice in the last 2 meets.
And as we get underway here, this portion of the meet is brought to you by Don Allen Ford on Pulpus Road. Stop by for a full selection of built Ford Tough vehicles, including brand new models with EcoBoost and a full array of certified pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. That's Don Allen Ford, 24-hour towing and roadside assist at 228-0134.
Right now, Beth Gammon's taking the lead in lane 5 by about a half a body length against Snell, and we've got Kara Garufi coming up shortly. Excuse me, we've got Francis Stedman in lane 3, Eliza Stedman in lane 1, and Taryn Terraton in lane 5. But look for lane 3 is going to be opening up in this swim. Francis Stedman looking so streamlined in the pool. Excellent swim. And as predicted, lane 3 is taken off handily with Kara Garufi in the pool. This is her forte, is the fly, as you all know. This is going to be no contest. It's going to be a Nantucket 1-2, and I'm going to give the nod to Sandwich in 3rd place. But can you say about these two swimmers, the Stedmans and Kara in the pool? They just make it look so elementary.
Again, they're those types of athletes that, again, make it look easy. Of course, it's not easy. They're working hard, but they just make it look so effortless.
Absolutely. Kara Garufi just handing off to Sophie Davies. We're going to be looking at her diving halfway through the meet. She's qualified for state. She's one of the top swimmers in the state in diving. And I have friends that are actually coming just to watch her dive today. They said she's just so beautiful to watch. But right now, Sophie Davies is heading for home in first place with a time of 1:59.84. Nantucket, lane 5, taking second place in a time of 2:07.91, followed by Sandwich in third with 2:11 on the board. Nice job, Nantucket. Sandwich taking a fourth, Nantucket a fifth in a time of 2:22.86. Over in lane 1, that's Alex Shannon, Eliza Stedman, Isabella Day, Dakota Dragon. Quite frankly, Jules, I'm surprised they finished in fifth place. You've got 4 strong swimmers in that lane.
I'm very surprised they took fifth, but first event of the meet, maybe a little bit of getting the jitters out. But I think we'll see much better performances from those girls as the meet goes on.
I absolutely agree with that. I think, the flu's been rampant in the community, I know. I think they were so excited for the meet. Yes, it was a big letdown that they didn't have senior day. Right now on the men's side, we're starting the 200-yard medley relay. We have Miles Geddes, phenomenal swimmer. We're going to miss him in the pool. Tavio Gonzalez, Henry Blackwell, Tyler Wheeler in lane 3, the lane to watch. Lane 1 is Ronan Daly. Jim Patterson, I'm going to say. I apologize. Gus Day and Taylor Aguirre. In lane 5 is Callahan Bartlett, Scott O'Connor. Oh, our man, Andrew Truck-Quilloa and Jay Campisi in lane 5. How are you seeing this race shaping up?
Nantucket is off to a very strong start. They're in good competitive positions, but I don't think it'll be quite the gimme first place that the ladies had.
Yeah, this one's going to be a little too close for me to tell, but they've got Henry Blackwell and Tyler Wheeler in that third and fourth position, and Tyler Wheeler is motoring from what I understand following his stats in the paper. So I'm going to give the nod hopefully back to Nantucket, but never say never. It's going to be too close to tell.
Of course, psychologically, you want the first place finish, but it's important to remember that sometimes the team that doesn't get first, but then gets second, third, fourth, scores better.
I'll tell you, the swimmer in lane 4 from Sandwich, he has got a beautiful butterfly. The guy that is on the blocks is built like a freestyler. He's a beefy swimmer. Look at him. You can tell he's just going to float through that water effortlessly. Not the cleanest of strokes, the guy in lane 4. Tyler Wheeler, if anybody can get him, it's going to be Tyler. His stroke is A+. He's fluid in the water. If he can catch him coming off this wall, I think he might be able to. It's going to be a good one. Oh, Tyler Wheeler, so close, less than a body length away, but we got to give the nod to Sandwich. Not the cleanest swim we've ever seen, but Sandwich getting first place in lane 4 at the time of 1:51.95. Tyler Wheeler gets a Tommy point for that swim, Jules, 1:53.49. He came back solid, and Nantucket in the third place at 2:04.74.
Great finish for Nantucket. They really finished strong on that.
Yeah, I'm not certain where the breakdown in that. I just don't think we really got off those blocks strongly. As you know, that's so critical coming off the blocks. But boy, did Tyler Wheeler and Henry Blackwell turn that around in the second half, and that was an excellent swim.
And as we wait for the next event to get underway, this portion of the meet brought to you by Brock Insurance, Albert G. Brock Insurance Company, wishing each and every student the very best year. Brock Insurance is here to provide you with all of your insurance needs. Call 228-0104, Brock Insurance.
Right now we are waiting the start of the 200 free, one of my favorite events. 8 lengths up and back in the pool. Willow Kane in lane 1, Alexa Dragon in lane 3. Solid swimmer. We're going to be missing her around the pool as well. And Nicole Gottlieb, a freshman in lane 5. But I'm going to give the nod to Alexa Dragon. She just usually swims so beautifully and right on the money in this event. She knows how to pace herself. She has beautiful breathing, nice relaxation, good rotation in the shoulders, and I'm going to give her the nod to win this one.
I think absolutely. I would be shocked if she didn't get it.
8 lengths to the pool. School record on this is held by Ainsley Ellis, graduated 5 years ago, 1:59.39. We're not going to see that record come down anytime soon, Jules.
Speaking of, you got to wonder with so many seniors moving on, there's an awful lot of Garufi and Godleski on these record boards. You got to see how long some of those will stand.
I absolutely agree with that. And you know, right now I'm a little surprised. Alexa Dragon's a little bit off her pace. She's got to really turn it up a notch halfway through this event, because the girl from Sandwich, although her stroke might not be as smooth looking, so to speak, she is strong. She's really working that upper body and her legs. She's got a nice kick. Alexa's going to have to pick this up. And Alexa is being challenged by Nicole Gottlieb in lane 5 as Willow Kane is. So it's a 3-way tie if you look at the Nantucketers right across that pool. Right now, Sandwich is outpacing Nantucket nearly 2 body lengths in this event. I have to say I'm surprised. I went out and I thought Alexa Dragon was going to pull this up, but I wasn't able to study Sandwich and learn about their team. I don't know if you were, since this was thrown so quickly together.
This is news to me.
But right now, the girl from Sandwich is pacing the entire group of swimmers, and it's going to be Sandwich in first place, and it's going to come down to Willow Kane, Alexa Dragon, I'm watching them as they come off the wall here, and Nicole Gottlieb. But I'm going to give the edge to Willow Kane in lane 1, Jules.
I think she looks the strongest, she looks the smoothest.
Absolutely, what a great surprise on that, I love it. Sandwich in a first place for a time of 2:12.17, Nantucket 2:13.71, the surprise swim there, Willow Kane. Excellent swim, Nantucket.
And during this break in the event, this portion of the meet is brought to us by Island Pharmacy, conveniently located across from Stop and Shop at 122 Pleasant Street. Call 228-6400 or visit islandrx.com. Island Variety in Freedom Square. Call 228-6883 or visit islandvariety.com. Offering school and office supplies as well as party favors, decorations, and toys for all ages and occasions. Island Variety. Nantucket Airlines, we're all about this island. Offering 15-minute flights between Nantucket and Hyannis on a convenient schedule. Call 1-800-635-8787 or visit nantucketairlines.com for schedules, fares, and information.
Right now, Jules, we're awaiting the start of the 200-yard freestyle relay. Jack Decker, one of the strongest swimmers to come out of the Nantucket High School program, is in lane 3. Halsey Aguirre, another solid swimmer in this event, and Ronan Daly, a newcomer to this, in lane 5. But you're going to be watching Jack Decker. He's just going to outmotor the Sandwich swimmer. I'm going to go right out and say that Jack Decker's going to get the win in this. School record is held by Bo Garufi in a time of 1:52.65. We're not going to be seeing that come down today, but I'm going to give the nod to Jack Decker. When he's on, he's on.
He certainly looks to be on right now. Very smooth and just really looking much more powerful than the other swimmers.
And he came off that wall nicely. As you know, being a former swimmer, how you come off that wall and how much you're reaching is so important. And Jack Decker's starting to open this up in the halfway point, and he is looking so streamlined in this event. He's definitely peaking at the right time. They have the championships on Sunday. They're looking at sectionals and states. We're going to be seeing Jack Decker representing Nantucket on that. Jack Decker's being challenged as he's here in lane 6, lane number 6, but you know what? He is so aware where that swimmer is next to him. Of all the confidence he'll pull this off. Watch his alternating breathing. Jules is rotating left to right, but he's got to really save something for this last link. I'm going to stand for this one. This one's going to be close. out-touched. Oh.
Just out-touched at the wall. That can be so frustrating.
1:56.75. First place to Sandwich. Jack Decker's time 1:57.14, and the next rate. Wow. Third place, Nantucket, lane 5. Ronan Daly, way to swim. Halsey Aguirre in 5th place at the time at 2:16.02. But boy, Jack Decker, he just looks so smooth and fluid. But the swimmer from Sandwich just had more in the tank in the last 2 lengths there and outtook him at the end. You got to give credit where credit's due. Great job by Sandwich.
It was a great swim by both of them, but Sandwich just paced it maybe that much smarter and was able to touch him out at the end. This portion of the meet brought to you by Madaket Marine. Call 228-1163. A full-service marina servicing the island for over 40 years. Located at 20 North Cambridge Street in Madaket. Again, that number is 228-1163. Madaket Marine.
Love how you say that, Madaket Marine. 200-yard IM coming up. We're looking at Tanya Tharantana, Frances Stedman, and Eliza Stedman. I think this is one of the few times we've seen 2 sisters go against one another. The last time we saw that was with the Ellis sisters, Ainsley and Caitlin.
You always hope it's a friendly rivalry, but sometimes it can get ugly.
I thought you were doing a commercial there for a second. I was listening to you. That sounded so good. Well, this, both Stedman sisters bring a lot to the plate, so to speak, in the pool. But 200 IM, butterback, breast free. You got to have a lot of moxie to swim this. It'll be interesting how the sisters come down against one another. But right now, the score on the boys' side is looking to be Nantucket 6. The guests are 8. On the girls' side, check this out: 21-9. Interesting.
And as the ladies get ready for their event, this portion of the meet is brought to you by Killen Real Estate, located at 10 Easy Street. Call 228-0976 or email ryoung@killenrealestate.com. Also brought to you by the Sea Grill Restaurant, where all the locals go for great fish and excellent seafood. Visit theseagrill.com or call 325-5700 Sea Grill. And again, remember you can join our sponsors on Geno 99 by calling 508-825-8817. As little as $15 a week, you can help bring Whaler sports to TV, online, and streaming live 24 hours a day to your mobile device. That number again is 508-825-8817.
So we're awaiting the start of the 200-yard IM. School record held by Caitlin Ellis. That's not going down anytime soon in 2:21.27. This looks to be, I'm going to say, a pretty weak showing in this event. We've got 3 Nantucket swimmers, and it looks to me right now to only be 1 Sandwich swimmer. And as you know, with the point system, that's going to hurt them that much more as Nantucket pulls away on the ladies' side, Jules.
Sometimes you just don't have the depth, and it can be frustrating, but at the same time, rather than have a no-show for the event, that girl's going to get some experience. She's going to stay loose, and, she can stay involved rather than just have a no-show for the event.
Absolutely. Well put. The interesting thing is we saw the reverse with Barnstable when Nantucket went against them last Saturday. But Sandwich, they are definitely lean on the boys' side, and for that matter, lean on the girls' side. I'm surprised with the numbers that they showed up with. I think I was expecting more.
Well, again, this isn't just any old event. It takes, as you said, some moxie to do this, so maybe not too many other ladies on Sandwich who just felt peaked correctly for this event, and that can be hard as you move late into the season. You're trying to time your peak correctly, and sometimes rather than being just right, you overdo it and you're burned out, and trying to swim an IM like this on a burned out body is just so unpleasant. So, sit it out this time, rest up a little bit, save your energy for the other events. Not a bad idea.
I'm wondering if there could have been either a timing problem, or as we've seen with the Colorado timing system, or number 2, I'm wondering if they're potentially stating or trying to say somebody's disqualified from that last event. I mean, normally doesn't take this long, obviously, as we go from event to event, but being up here in the boonies as we are, it's hard to glean what's going on, but that would be my guess.
Where's the direct line to Coach Jim? We don't have that?
No, you know what? I can visually see him as I look across, but he looks a little frustrated right now, but something's telling me that they're questioning one of the last events. But here we go.
I'm watching you, Jim.
Start of the 200-yard IM. We're looking at Tanya Tharantana in lane 1, Frances Stedman in lane 3, Eliza Stedman in lane 5, butter, back, breast free. I think one of the most prolific events to watch is this event, Jules.
As more of an endurance athlete, these types of events are more my speed. Of course, my endurance is awful in the pool. I can run all day, but as soon as I get in the pool, I'm not very efficient, so I waste a lot of energy. But those sprints are just over so fast. I never had the slightest chance with those.
Oh, I'm absolutely with you in that department. Right now, the girl from Sandwich, she is swimming beautifully. She had a great butterfly. Her backstroke, nice and relaxed, utilizing that upper body, rotating of the shoulders that you want to see when they're swimming. Nantucket's in second place in lane 3, and that would be Frances Stedman, one of the premier swimmers on this team. So it's Nantucket 2, 3, 4, but this looks to be no contest for Sandwich. This girl is just really opening this event up.
Interesting how Sandwich only has one girl in the race, and she's leading by 3 body lengths.
Well, Kara Garufi has swam this in the past and has done beautifully, so I'm wondering if they're saving her for another event later on, as she's, multifaceted in the pool, as we know, with events, but they probably saw no need for her to be swimming this today, is my guess. This girl is 3/4 of the way through in her breaststroke. Notice her technique, that pull, kick, and glide. Really get as much out of every stroke as you can. What stroke did you swim when you were in school? I can't remember.
I tried swimming, and I did it for a little bit, and then I realized that it just wasn't really my thing. Again, I realized that I'm much better out of the water. I enjoy swimming recreationally, but in terms of competition, that wasn't my thing, and I was more into soccer.
That's what I recall, soccer.
And then I started doing individual sports. Said to heck with this team thing, but.
Oh, I love swimming. Right now, it's the girl from Sandwich, not with the cleanest freestyle stroke that we've ever seen, but efficient enough to get her home out of her 4 strokes. Definitely not her forte, but she's making this look so easy in the pool, as she's nearly a length ahead with Sandwich, the lone swimmer, in first place at the time at 2:26.27. Well off the school record mark that we have at 2:21.27, followed by the first Nantucketer in second place in a time of 2:37.54, followed by 2:26.27 and 2:44.27. Not the fastest 200 IMs we've seen to date, but Nantucket's got to be happy with that.
Not bad at all, very respectable. And again, although they didn't get the first place, having the depth in the field, they're going to score well in that event.
Perhaps during the diving, one of us can run down and get the actual state versus sectional list, who's qualified. I know a few of the swimmers that have, but I really want to do credit where credit's due and recognize those swimmers that have made that, so perhaps we can get that information. Right now we're into the 200-yard IM on the men's side, and we're looking at...
And as this event gets underway, this portion of the meet brought to you by Fairgrounds Restaurant and Pudley's Pub. With Super Bowl Sunday approaching, remember, Pudley's Pub, Nantucket's favorite sports bar, with 15 HD screens to catch all the action, no matter who you're rooting for. 27 Fairgrounds Road, Fairgrounds Restaurant and Pudley's Pub. Remember, their full menu is available for takeout 7 days a week. Call 228-4095.
Right now, as we're watching the 200-yard IM, Henry Blackwell, no stranger to the pool, this tremendous student athlete. He's really come on strong in the pool this winter. As we start the backstroke, we have Henry Blackwell in lane 3. Miles Gett is one of the captains of this team. Sween, you're going to miss him around the pool in lane 1. And Callahan Bartlett in lane 5. Again, here's the swimmer that was swimming earlier. Remember we saw him in the freestyle earlier? Yeah. He was anchoring that team, back in the pool again. Big, beefy build, built like a swimmer. Starting to pull away from the 2 Nantucket swimmers. So right now it's Sandwich in first in the breaststroke 3/4 of the way through. Callahan Bartlett pulling up in lane 5 and Henry Blackwell in lane 3.
That also informed my decision to focus on running. I looked at the people winning the Boston Marathon and the people winning the Olympic swimming events and realized my build is a lot more like the marathoners than the swimmers. So that helped make it an easy decision.
I hear you. I heart you, I should say. Cross-training, that's where it's at with sports. But right now, it's going to be the final 2 lengths of the pool for the swimmer from Sandwich. This team has a ringer in each event. I'm noticing that. I'm sure you are too.
You know, that's true. It's an interesting observation, and that's absolutely been true so far.
If they had one more swimmer, their depth would be that much deeper, and this team would really be a force to be reckoned with, but they don't have that depth that Nantucket has. That's how we're able to pull in these points. Because right now, Sandwich is in the lead as this gentleman is heading for home in lane 3 in the freestyle. 200-yard IM, touching the wall in a time of 2:14.89, followed by Nantucket, time of 2:18.67. Third place, Nantucket, 2:19.06.
And as we wait for the next event to get underway, this portion of the meet brought to you by Joe Rapaki CPA. Small firm, big difference. Joe Rapaki has been helping self-employed workers on Nantucket prepare their taxes for over 15 years. Call 228-9090. Santos Rubbish Removal saying, "Go Whalers, we clean up the island."
Callahan Bartlett in lane 1, bringing it home for Nantucket. You got to give him credit. First year in the pool, he's doing a tremendous job. We need those points. Nice swim in a time of 2:57.49. Again, I want to congratulate Sandwich and Nantucket. Miles Geddes in lane 5 with a great swim in a time of 2:18.67. Boy, where's Dick when I need him? This is his favorite swim, the 50-yard free. We've got Dakota Dragon in lane 3, Eliza in lane 1, and Beth Malaves, whose dad I saw in the store earlier today, in lane 5. Up and back, Jules. Where are we going with this one?
It's a very close race so far, as these shorter races tend to be. They're usually decided in the second half of the final length, and we'll see how this plays out here.
I'm going to give the nod to Dakota Dragon. She's got a stroke ahead, and she's motoring for home, and Sue's going to lean first, and she's got it. Excellent swim by Dakota Dragon. The time of first place with 26.96, followed by Sandwich. Second place, 27.32. Third place going to Eliza Stedman in lane 1 in 29.30. Excellent swim on the ladies' side. Love the 50 free.
It's always an exciting race, especially when it's close right until the end. Of course, it can be frustrating. You feel for the person who gets out-touched and loses by, a fraction of a second.
Right now on the 50 freestyle, we're going to be looking at Tyler Wheeler coming off that strong swim in the relay earlier. Phenomenal freestyler Tavio Gonzalez, no stranger to the pool. It was great covering him earlier in the season. He's also tremendous on the soccer field. And our man, Andrew Trott Kilowa.
ATK in lane 1.
ATK.
Up and back, baby.
Wow, Tyler Wheeler is setting a fast pace in the pool, and if you notice his turnover at the wall, that was really fast. But he came off that wall much smarter than those other swimmers. Tyler Wheeler is going to pull this off. Tavio Gonzalez is right with him. He might actually get it. Wow.
Hard to see.
Tavio Gonzalez got that. Holy baboli.
That was a great race.
That was a really great race. Wait, I want to make sure I'm giving credit where credit's due, because they flipped around these swims. Tyler Wheeler is getting first place in that with a time of 24.58. Okay, they ended up putting Tyler in lane 5. They switched I apologize, I'm looking at the names and then I'm looking at them as they take their caps off. So first place goes to Tyler Wheeler with a time of 24.58. Let's see, and second place going to Nantucket, that's Tavio Gonzalez with a time of 24.76.
And now we're going to take a short break as they get ready for the diving event.